video is about how to get column headings, row headings, and grid marks to print out on your spreadsheet. Now, in Excel, you've already seen that all of the columns are labeled A, B, C, D, E with a letter, and along the left side, all the rows are labeled with a number, 1 through however many. Also, there are these things called grid marks, which are the lines that separate each column and separate each row. This is how you would be able to tell where each cell resides in its column and row. You can do the same thing when you print out your spreadsheet, and it will look something like this. I already have this spreadsheet set up to show the headings and the grid marks. Let's take a look and see what it looks like. So we go up to our menu bar, we click File, we go back down to Print, and if you remember, we're not going to actually print anything. We're going to go down to the bottom of this dialog box to where it says Preview. Preview will open. And we have our column headings along the top, our row headings along the side, and in between the columns and rows, to show our individual cells, we have these dashed lines called grid marks. We're going to close up Preview for now. We'll go back over to Excel, and here is how we get those headings and grid marks to print. We go back up to the menu bar and click File, and now we're going to select Page Setup. You remember that we selected Page Setup when we were adding the headers and footers to our spreadsheet. In this case, instead of selecting header and footer, as you remember, we're going to select Sheet, which is to affect the entire worksheet. In the very center where it says Print, there are some checkboxes that say Grid Lines and Row and Column Headings. I'm going to take the check marks off so you can see how that controls everything. I'll click OK, and we're going to try to look at our preview again. Alright, here's our preview again. You notice we don't have any headings of any sort. We just simply have the data that was typed into the spreadsheet. And if I want to take a look and see, say, for the numbers that are associated with books, I'd have to pretty much just scan my finger or scan my cursor across and hope that I stay within the same line. If I had grid marks, then it would be a lot easier for me to be able to look through this worksheet. So let's close up Preview again, and we're going to add those things again. We're going to add our headers, and we're going to add our grid marks. So we go back to File, Page Setup. We're back in our worksheet settings, and we go to Print, to the Print portion. We click on Grid Lines, we click on Row and Column Headings, then we click OK. Doesn't look like anything happened, but let's take a look at our preview again. And there you are. We have our headings again. We've got our row headings again, and we have our grid mark. And that makes it a lot easier to follow this row.